right, guys, happy Wednesday. We're here on another weekly Wednesday live. I'm so excited to be here. I hope you are too. And if this is your first time it's one of us, I want you to know you're in for a ride. As always, I'm on here every Wednesday morning and we discuss a wide variety of topics for a purpose, because it's not just topics that are related to conquering your career and life. It is, sorry, it is. And we talk about resume tips, we talk about mindset shifts, talk about health and wellness, because all of those are so incredibly important to designing the best you and being able to serve an organization. Make sense? Okay. So today we're going to talk about regaining that confidence. Y'all are like, I've lost my confidence over the past year. I think we all have in some way, shape, or form, guys. We're all struggling with it. Okay, don't lie to yourself and say, I'm just going to fake it till I make it out. That's what everyone tells me. Just speak those words to myself. Guys, that's not what it's all about. Is that a part of it? Yeah, it is a small part of it. Because if we keep speaking to ourselves bad or negatively, of course, we're going to start lacking some confidence. Yes, okay. But when the root cause of the problem, and I'm saying this because I've got an engineering and operations background, guys, and any of you out there who are listening to me do, you understand when the root cause of the problem is not addressed. When it's not addressed, y'all, we have an issue. Okay, what you're doing is you're putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone instead of properly cleaning the wound, caring for it, and doing therapy on a daily basis. Does that make sense to you all? I hope it does. Okay, so today is going to be really, really important. If you guys see this, like, where is it? Here, just kind of swirling around. That's like the reflection. So, from our pool here. So what I want to really dive into today, guys, is that programming your brain. Programming your brain is going to be your money maker. And I mean money maker by getting a job, or it's going to be your money stealer, meaning you're going to keep wasting money by trying to find that job by not getting in alignment with what's up here. Okay, that's really, really important. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be your choice, no one else's. It's going to be your choice. Okay, so this what you guys keep telling yourselves, oh my goodness, I have lack of confidence, no one's hiring me, I'm not worthy enough. Y'all, you keep saying that to yourself. And when you keep saying that to yourself, guess what? No one else is going to believe you, right? Guys, here's the thing. Whether you are a business owner, whether you're a W-2 employee, whether you are a work from home mom, dad, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or dad that's listening in, guys, listening in and watching, here's the thing, okay? It's scientific. It's fact-based. You have to focus on your stinking thinking up here. And I'm being real with you because you know what? I have stinking thinking a lot of days too. And I've been reading this book, and I put it away, but called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And it's a game changer. And it's actually my second time reading it, but it's, you know, when we reread things, it's like brand new to us, right? We find little nuggets that are brand new. But guys, our brains are wired very, very specifically. What has changed my life and so many other lives, guys, is understanding that by just changing your thoughts, your minds, getting new experiences and gaining new insights is literally just the habit of breaking the habit of being yourself. Aren't you tired of being yourself lately? I know I've had those thoughts over and over of the years of, I'm so tired of being myself. Oh, can't I get through this? Right? How many of you want confidence? Want a role that you're worthy of? How many of you want a career that makes a difference? Raise your hands, okay? So here's the thing. It all starts in your mind. It all does. It always will, okay? Always will. And when you overcome yourself and understand that you're not bound by the chains of the past, when you live a life that is greater than your body, your environments, and time, I'm telling you, y'all, everything is possible. Everything is possible, okay? And I'm going to challenge you here. You guys know I'm all about challenging. Think about what opportunities are out there waiting for you. Now, I want you to think about, who are you being in this moment? Okay, who are you being in this moment? And is your being this way going to attract what you desire? Because that is going to be what's important, all right? Because a lot of times what happens, okay, is by thinking that, and I want to step back here, right? Is being that way going to attract what you desire? I know a lot of you think that it's a hard one to swallow. I know it was for me over the past year, and when I went through depression, and when I went through things in my job, and I was harassed. Okay, I worked in male-dominated industries. I was harassed a lot. Okay, and so I had to think about, who was I being in that moment, and is me being that way going to attract the next step? Okay, can you change your state of being? Can you change it? Absolutely. Once you inhabit a new mind, you can observe a new destiny. I'm telling you this, guys, from experience. I'm telling this from doing this with their clients, okay? By thinking and feeling the same way, whether it's good or bad, you will continue to create that same circumstance in your life, okay? For example, I'm overqualified. There's nothing in the city for me. I'm way overqualified. I haven't been a manager before. Why would they let me be one? Or, oh my goodness, you guys, I've applied to these jobs and I keep getting rejected over and over. I guess I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of getting a call back. I'm going to nail this interview, and then minutes after, oh my goodness, I screwed up so bad. Not going to hire me now. Guys, you have to change. In order to change, you have to be greater than your environment. Things like that are going to happen all the time. People are going to reject you. You're going to be overqualified for some jobs. You're going to be underqualified for some jobs. You're going to think you nailed the interview and you actually didn't. Okay? But here's the thing. You have to be confident in who you were created to be. You have to have thoughts that match that. Do you hear me? You have to be confident in who you were created to be, and you have to have thoughts that match that, okay? Every single great person in history, I challenge you to study them, has done that, right? Think about Martin Luther King. I can guarantee that every day of his life, he wasn't so incredibly excited about everything that he was preaching, and that he had to force the confidence by thinking the right thoughts, thinking the right things about himself, because he had people who rejected him. Think about Lincoln. Think about all of these people, guys. Think about even Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, people of our century right now. It happens, and it's okay. You have to be up here thinking the right things, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, guys, here's the thing. Your brain, here's the thing, right? Your brain is so cool. It's an amazing, amazing work of art, okay? It is complete record of your past. And your mind is a product of your consciousness. So think about that. If your brain is a complete record of your past and your mind is a complete product of your consciousness, in one sense, you're always thinking about your past, right? You're always thinking about your past. And here's some crazy stuff. Responding with the same brain hardware that matches what you remember in the situation of the past, you're actually creating a level of mind that is identical to the past, because your brain is automatically firing those same circuits to reflect everything you already know, experienced, and thus can predict, okay? Hence, your past ends up becoming your future. And then you wonder why you can't get the next promotion or job, or you're stuck in jobs or your industries that you don't like. Do you ever think about that? Right? You're responding the same way you have with an experience that was similar from the past. Okay, so here's the deal. Guys, you're all great. You are so incredibly great, and I love it. Greatness is holding fast to a dream, right? Again, think of, Martin Luther King Jr., think of Lincoln. They took their dreams, and they took their dreams as though it was already a reality. Their behaviors matched their intentions, and therefore their brains and their bodies were in alignment. And what happened because they were in alignment, they created an immense amount of power in that individual, and people followed them, and people agreed with them, and people believed that they were incredibly confident, and they made changes in their environments, in the world, right? Okay, so years of thinking, guys. Here's years of thinking. The way you have has gotten where you are today. It's fact, okay? Confident or not. And guys, those thoughts have become a part of our reality. They've become a part of our identity. Therefore, what we do is we describe ourselves how we're thinking. I'm angry. I'm inspired. I'm insecure. I've always been lazy. I'm not that smart. So if we can think greater, if we can't think greater than what we feel, we're not going to change. And vice versa, if we can think greater than what we feel, we're absolutely going to change. So why is it so hard to change? Come on, you guys all know this. Why is it so hard to change? What most people don't think about, again, thinking, right, is that when you're in a highly charged emotional experience, you make the brain fire in the exact sequence patterns as before. And what happens is you duplicate the same chemicals in your brain as if you were experiencing it for the first time. Have you ever gone through that process? You're going through, the job search, right? And you had the same thoughts that you had last time. It was a negative experience. You get fired up. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting all sweats. Oh, I got an interview and I don't know what to do. And right? Your brain is making you feel like you were in that past situation. It's all fact. Okay. So again, when you're going through that job search with those same thoughts you did the last time that you had a negative experience or you had a negative outcome, what happens? You're going to experience those same results. When you're going through an interview, the same thing. Okay. When you're seeking a promotion, same thing. Okay. So you're like, Vennessa, how in the world then am I going to gain that confidence to land that next job? Isn't this what you're supposed to be talking about today? Yes. Okay. You're like, how in the world do I do this when the cycle of my thinking has just betrayed me over the years? I get you, because I've been there. I've actually done it the opposite way in some situations where I've been overconfident, yeah, I got this. I got it, blah, blah, blah. Knowing that my overconfidence actually failed me in the past. Okay. And I know some of you are like that out there. I know it. Okay. So here's the thing too. All right. You have to start visualizing your success. Guys, you have to close your eyes. You have to say and use all your senses. Oh yes, 5 years ago, I remember I had an amazing job search. I woke up each day, I worked out, I showered, I got dressed, I treated that process like a job. I got on the phone with companies, I was walking in the organizations, I planned out all the questions I had. I went to a quiet place in my home, in my library, coffee shop, wherever, and I worked my plan. I was like, boom, I got this. I focused on the specific skills I had. I aligned with the company that I was interviewing for. I did all the research. I nailed that interview. I got an offer. I negotiated what I wanted. I was on cloud 9. Right? So when you're visualizing that confidence, that experience, what did you see around you? What did things smell like? What did things feel, right? What was feeling? How did your skin feel? What clothes were you wearing? Were you wearing binding clothes? Were you all in sweatpants and stuff? No, you were up. You were ready to go. Okay. Right? You felt like you were in cloud 9. What does that feel like? Okay. What were you talking to yourself about? And what were you telling others about yourself in that whole process? I can guarantee it wasn't, I was overqualified. I stink, blah, 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 blah. No, it wasn't. Okay. You were probably doing some amazing things, telling people some amazing things. So get yourself out of that slump. Figure out where you're supposed to be. Okay. You got to replicate that experience now. Guys, I know every single one of you out there listening and watching has gone through some kind of tough year. I know that. And if you didn't, I want to talk to you. But let's not forget the great experiences that we have had and use those experiences to change how we've been thinking about ourselves lately. Okay? So, how are you going to think differently? How in the world are you going to think differently? Okay? You have to realize that. Okay? What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be thinking about your confidence levels? What action are you going to take? I mean, right? We all know this. You can think. You can scroll through social media. You can read some content and you can be like, yeah, that's so amazing stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But when you actually take action, okay, that's where change starts to happen. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be easy. Okay. You all know, if you've been following me for a while, I'm not about the easy buttons. I'm not about easy apply. I'm not about here's a quick little resume fix. That's not what it's about. Okay, I highly suggest that you take time to think about what you're thinking about your experiences throughout your day. How are you responding to application rejections? Are you like, oh, another bad one? Okay, another one off the list. Or are you saying, awesome, okay, I got another rejection. All right, okay, one down. I have to get X amount of rejections before I see a yes. Let's see how many I can get before I get a yes. Totally different, right? How are you responding to interviews? How are you responding to any of the job searching activities? Yeah, it can be annoying and frustrating and redundant and boring if you choose to make it that way. Okay, how are you responding to the person who got the promotion that you thought you were supposed to get? Are you mean like, oh, that's Sally over there. Well, fine, she deserves that. No. You better be calling her up. You better be messaging her and saying, congratulations. I am so happy, and genuinely do it. Okay. If you want more confidence, if you want better health, if you want better relationships, a better job, you have to change how your brain is firing. You have to. It's not an option. It's still your choice. But if you want to get better, you have to change. We all know change isn't easy, okay? So if you're watching this and you're like, or listening to it and you're like, oh, I need more input like this. Like I've been struggling with this career transition that I'm going through. How in the world can I optimize my search? I feel like I'm just running in circles. How can I get help diving deeper on what I should be doing with my career? I really need someone to hold me accountable. I feel like there's nothing out there. I feel alone in all of this. What I want you to do is I want you to join me, okay? Because what I'm doing is I'm going to be having a 3-day, okay, free 3-day masterclass, okay? And what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about these things. We're going to be diving deep onto mindset. We're going to be getting career clarity, because many of you guys are like, I just been thinking this year and I don't know if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. We're going to go through that. We're also going to go through the personal branding, the resumes, the LinkedIn profile, all that type of stuff. Not before we do the mindset and clarity, though. I'm telling you that right now. All of those things, guys, put together, that's what helps you land that job. And we're here to hold you accountable through all of it. So I'm giving you lots and lots of tips and advice and actionable items. I'm not about just doing all the talking and stuff on these free masterclasses and workshops that I give throughout the years. I sit there and I'm like, no, you do this. And you better not attend the next day session until you've done the homework and actionable items from the previous day. Because I want you guys to take action that makes you change. Okay. I want you to have the community that you need. I want you to have your best thinking, guys, because your best thinking is going to help change this world. Negative thinking is not going to help change this world. Okay, so the link to register for the masterclass is on my profile. It's in our groups. I'll post it in the comments below. And I really want you guys, if anything, just attend the class and start taking some action, okay? Because I want to see you change for the better. And I want us to do it together, okay? So see you next week, and feel free to invite someone to this, because sharing is always, as we learned growing up, sharing is caring.